All right, last two here. I'm going to show you one way to do both of these because I think we're starting to get it. I hope so anyway. So 71%, okay? 71% of 4,472. This is our whole. Remember, that's our 100% right there. That's the whole thing. My guess right here, I'm going to guess half of this would be about 2,200. I'm going to guess 3,000. Okay, so let's do one way to do this. I'm going to do a 25%, a 25%. That would give me up to 50. And then I'm going to do a 20, which is going to be 70. And then I'm going to do a 1, which is going to be 71. And you might do it entirely different here. That's fine. That's not a big deal. All right, so let's figure out what these are here. If my whole and my 100% right here is 4,472, 25%. 25% is a fourth. So I need to cut that into 4 pieces. So if I cut that into 4 pieces, 4,472 divided by 4 is going to be 1,118. So I'll put that right here, 1,118, 1,118. Okay? 20%. 20% is a fifth. Okay? A fifth. So we'll do our whole thing, our 100%, and 1/5 is 20%. So we'll cut it into 5 pieces this time. I got a feeling this is going to be a decimal. Yep. So I've got 894.4 or 4/10. So I'll write that down there, 894.4, and I'll put a 0.0 after this if that kind of helps you visualize it here. And then my last one, I need a 1%. So I need 4,472, which is 100%, divided by whatever 1% is. 1% is 1/100th. So I'm going to divide it by 100. That is going to be 44 and 72 hundredths. 44 and 72 hundredths. Okay. So now I just need to add these all together and see what it ends up being. So I've got 1,118 twice, and then I've got 894 and 4/10 or 40 hundredths, and then I've also got 44.72, and my final answer, after I added all those together and got my 71%, is 3,175 and 12 hundredths. Now, if you don't want to put the 12 hundredths on there, that's fine. We can just round it. That's not a big deal. And if you came out with something slightly different, as long as it's close, we should be okay. Looking at my guess, I wasn't too far off. That would probably be an acceptable guess right there. And I want you to get as good a guessing as this is. That's a pretty good guess right there. All right, last problem. This one's going to be slightly different, but still works the same way. 121% of 600. Okay. Now, understand that this is 100% right here. That's our whole. So our answer that we get in the end is going to be more than 600 because this is more than 100%, and right here, this is our 100% right here. So it should be more. It's going to be 21% more than 100%. So it's okay to get an answer that's more than 600. That would make sense here. So let's see what we can do here. I would say, and I don't have this fraction on here, but I think it would be perfectly acceptable to have one of ours be 100%, because that would be really easy because we should already know that 100% is 600. That's the whole thing right there. Okay. So now all we would have left is a 20%, and we would have a 1%. So now I need 20% of 600. 20% is a fifth. And if I did that, I think it's 120, but let's just check and see. Oops, I did division. 600, I did the wrong division. Divided by 5 equals 120, yep. So my 1/5, which is 20%, is 120. Now I need my 1%. 600. And my 1% is dividing by 100, because 1/100th is 1%. And a 600 divided by 100 is going to be 6. I should have took a guess for this one. I didn't take a guess. So it's kind of cheating now, so I better not. Now, if I add these up, This is 121%. And understand, for this one right here, I just used what the whole was to start with for my 100%. That's pretty simple to do. If I add these all up, 600, 726 would be my answer. 121% of 600 is 726. And it should be more than 600 because it's more than the whole. 121% is more than 100%. Those were 5 practice problems right there. I'm hoping that you get it by now. If you don't, please make sure that you ask some questions.